with Jamal Williams. I mean, he's just manhandling. I mean, he's just picking them up, putting them right in the backfield because he's winning the leverage battle. And first of all, like I said, he weighs 350 pounds, but he's getting underneath Hardings. He's getting underneath his shoulder pads, lifting them up. And when you go straight up, there goes your power.
And Hardings is no bum. He's been to the last 2 Pro Bowls. The 38-yard line. Parker flea flicker. Here's Roethlisberger looking downfield, going downfield, but the coverage is there, and it is intercepted on a pass intended for Holmes. And this is Drayton Florence, who's going to run it back for San Diego. And Florence still on the move, finally tackled at the 39-yard line. That did not fool the San Diego secondary. The coverage was terrific downfield.
And you know why it didn't fool him? Because the fake was into the line. Jamal Williams has been eating everything up in there, so why did the secondary have to come up? Jamal Williams doesn't need any help in there, so they just waited back there for the pass.
Chargers down by 3 and with the ball.
As well as being a thirst-quenching soft drink, a Sprite is also a sort of goblin. This Sprite is not so refreshing at a festival. And it definitely hasn't got any taste.
Here we go. Right and left and right and right. Left and right and right and left.
Try new Sprite Z. Great Sprite taste, 0 added sugar.
Cowher through the challenge flag. The interception is going to count. The question is, was Florence down by contact before he got up? Now you're going to watch the left arm hit the right calf of Florence, and thus the challenge. And if they win the challenge, it's going to move the ball all the way back to about the 10-yard line. So Vinovich is going to check it out. We'll check out for a moment and come back with the answer. Move the ball back to the 9-yard line.
Down by contact at the 9-yard line. Pittsburgh is not charged a timeout.
It's a lucky break for Pittsburgh because what happened was Santonio Holmes is going down, and it's accidental / incidental contact. He just barely touches him. All he's doing is falling down, but his left arm touches the right calf as Florence's knee is down, and Florence has possession, and that's all it takes. Ball back, so it's a 29-yard difference. Pittsburgh wins the challenge, not charged with a timeout. San Diego starts from the 9 instead of the 38. And on first down, Tomlinson goes nowhere. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Tomlinson says that, that he has patience, that he knows that every run's not going to be a big run, but he kind of looks like he's getting a little frustrated now, doesn't he? Maybe he's losing a little of that patience, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, he's just had that one good run tonight, apart from that 10 carries, 22 yards. Very un-Tomlinson-like. They split him out now. They've got Turner in the backfield on 2nd down and 9. And it's swung out to McCardell, who gets by Polamalu and seeks the first down and appears to be, well, a little short, but let's see where they spot it. Ike Taylor on the coverage. And they're going to give him a nice spot here and make it a first down.
9 yards.
Yeah, I would think that somewhere in this game they're setting up to throw the ball or do something with Tomlinson out here, because they've been splitting him out, and playing Michael Turner as a running back, but they haven't done anything with him, so that they want to get the ball to him in space. So I would think somewhere in this second half they are going to do something with Tomlinson when he's split out.
Right now Turner and McCardell come out of the game. Vincent Jackson in, he split to the left. They swing it to the right, and the miscommunication there. Malcolm Floyd, who caught the touchdown pass on the jump ball earlier, was starting to go inside, and the pass was thrown outside. No damage, though, except for the down. 2nd and 10.
It looked like he thought it was a run. It looked more like he was going to block or something, and he was even running the pass pattern. I wonder if that was an audible made at the line of scrimmage. And Floyd didn't get it.
And they take Floyd out of the game, and Schottenheimer says, come on. Parker and McCardell are now the receivers. McCardell is the man in motion. And on 2nd and 10, Rivers is going to swing it to Tomlinson. He's going to get out past the 20, and then he's forced out of bounds up to the 22-yard line, setting up a 3rd down now. And about 7 from the 22-yard line.
You know, that's the advantage that they have with Tomlinson, that he's a good receiver. I mean, he's in every down back. You know, you don't have to take him out on 3rd down. You don't have to take him out in short yardage and goal line, and you can get him a lot of touches by throwing him the ball like that and throwing him screens and things without having to bang him all night into the line of scrimmage.
8:15 left in the period. Pittsburgh up by a field goal. Play clock to 2 on 3rd and 7, and the pass is caught. That's Eric Parker up at the 38-yard line. They move the chains. 1st down, San Diego.
Good read by Philip Rivers. They had an overload on his right side. He's going to see or feel the blitz coming from this side. Knows 2 things, that he has to get it out quickly, and you better throw it. It's a lot easier throwing away from the blitz and into it. He does those 2 things. You see Polamalu flying by there?
Yeah.
It was a blur.
McFadden missed the tackle. It's a 1st down up at the 38-yard line. It's a backward pass, and it's Tomlinson. And LaDainian Tomlinson is taken down there by Ike Taylor. That counts as a rush. And that's a 12-yard rush and a 1st down.
And they can do that, and then they can block downfield, because you're going to see number 83, Vincent Jackson, here get a block for him out in front. So it's kind of like a quick screen. You know, it's a lateral, like you say, but he has blockers out in front.
Of course, the danger there is if you drop it, it's a fumble.
And if the other team picks it up, they run it in, you lose the game.
Yep.
Oakland Raiders, New York Jets, 1966.
You remember that one, huh?
1967, 1968.
On 1st and 10, the pass is a little underthrown and incomplete. Eric Parker went to the grass and couldn't hold on.
That was the play against the Jets. It was in 1968 that put the Jets in the Super Bowl when they beat the Baltimore Colts. We threw a lateral to Charlie Smith, and they picked it up and ran it in and won the game.
And of course, the Jets go on to the Super Bowl and help change the face of professional football as we know it. Namath over the Colts. 2nd down and 10. The ball at the 50-yard line. 2-to-1 ratio for San Diego tonight, passing to running. This will turn out to be a run. And it is James Farrier who tackles the quarterback Rivers at the 47-yard line, setting up 3rd and 7 for the Chargers.
You know, and you think of all the things that a quarterback has to do to play in this league, that is one of them. I mean, he has to be able, when there's nothing there, he has to be able to run and pick up yardage. And then, more importantly, somewhere in the game, you know, run and pick up some 1st downs. That's what this guy does. When he's really, you know, on his game, 2 or 3 times a game, he will run and pick up a 1st down.
3rd and 7 shotgun. Rivers puts it right on the money, and then the Steelers miss the tackle. Parker makes the catch and takes it to the 22-yard line. Ryan Clark hit him but couldn't tackle him.
Yeah,
25 yards.
Now, I was going to say, if you're going to throw the ball to your left, you better have a left tackle out there who can pass protect. And when you have a rookie, you think that that's a problem. But watch Marcus McNeil here against Joey Porter. I mean, he gets him and he gets that right hand on him, and there's no way that Joey Porter on that play was going to get close to Philip Rivers. Look at that pass. You know, he does have that push motion we're talking about, but it's been with him all his life. I mean, that's his motion.
Parker's caught 5 for 86, and that pass is knocked away. Hung a little bit, intended for Floyd, and knocked away by Ike Taylor.
You know, guys do have coming out games, and remember a year ago, I think Sean Merriman in a game we did
Right
had
here.
his coming out game, and I'm getting the same feeling now about Philip Rivers. You know, that maybe he's been under wraps and maybe he's been managing the game, but I feel tonight that he's playing the game. I really do. I mean, no matter what happens the rest of the game, Philip Rivers is playing the game.
That was a great shot you just saw right there. Eyes wide open, very much in control and command. Remember, only his 4th ever start. Didn't start any game over the last 2 years. Just watch Drew Brees do his thing. Now Rivers over the middle. I'll say it's a coming out party. Touchdown Gates.
You know, it was just a matter of time for Antonio Gates. You know, you can either throw to a receiver or throw away from a defender. On this one here, he threw away from the defender. The defender was in the inside, and he throws it to his outside or back shoulder. Look at that. You see Deshae Townsend is on the inside. He throws it to the other shoulder. That is a perfect throw in that situation.
Kading for the extra point. So 22 yards. The touchdown follows the interception. They go 91 yards. At one point, they were down 10-0. And now they're up for the first time tonight. San Diego 17, Pittsburgh 13.
It's no fun when you can't sleep. Time seems to stand still. You just can't switch off. And it feels like you're the only one. But you don't have to put up with it. Nitol can help you drift off into a natural sleep. So you wake up refreshed in the morning. Good mornings follow a good Nitol.
Antonio Gates with the touchdown. And that capped a 91-yard drive. 11 plays. Rivers puts his team in front at 17-13 with 5:21 remaining in the third quarter. Again, a hugely important early season game for Pittsburgh in a division where Baltimore is already 4-0, and they could go to 5-0 if they beat Denver tomorrow. And Cincinnati with an off week, 3-1, and one of those three a victory over Pittsburgh. So they will dig themselves a tremendous hole with a loss tonight. Ike Taylor will down it in the end zone. Roethlisberger takes over the 20. We go back to the touchdown.
Well, you get a couple things on this play. One is Antonio Gates, and you know, being a basketball player, he used his basketball techniques here. I mean, this is just a complete box out right there. And then you look at Philip Rivers and the throw that he makes. And again, sometimes you throw it away from the defender. He does it here. He throws it to the right shoulder. If he throws it inside, that ball could have been knocked down or even intercepted.
First down from the 20-yard line. They start this drive with Parker for a hard-earned 3 yards, tackled by Jamal Williams and Godfrey up at the 23-yard line.
You think that Jamal Williams is earning his check tonight? Whatever they pay him, they ought to. I mean, he's earning it.
He hears you too.
I mean, for a big guy, he has a pretty good motor. I mean, usually 350-pound guys don't have a motor like Jamal Williams does.
Been doing it for 9 years out of Oklahoma State. 2nd and 7 from the 23. And that's caught by Hines Ward. And Hines Ward shaking off would-be tackles out to the 47. He's finally caught by Marlon McCree for a first down.
You know, Hines Ward is such a great competitor. You know, I mean, he can see that. You talk about, you know, I mean, now there's a sense of urgency. Comes across. He's going to be in motion here. Just comes underneath. But you just get the feeling of the determination. I mean, he's had a hamstring problem, but right there, he said, "The heck with a hamstring." He was going to make a burst.
Went right through Drayton Florence after the catch. 47-yard line. Off the fake. Roethlisberger feeling the heat. And then down he goes, and the ball is loose. And the Chargers think they have it at the 44-yard line. No sign yet And now the sign is that he was down, no fumble.
Igor Olshansky is awfully upset with that. I mean, they got good penetration on Roethlisberger. I mean, they were right back there about the same time he was, and there was no way that he could step up. To watch his pocket collapse right into Ben Roethlisberger right here as he steps up. So they're coming from the outside, plus they're coming right up the middle.
Oh, baby, let me tell you something.
Ooh.
Ball at the 44-yard line, and there might be a challenge. Again, this goes to the new rule in effect, where if the play continues, and they'll have, they'll blow the whistle a little bit later, and it's very clear it's a fumble, and it is recovered by, in this particular case, the defense, you can win the challenge.
The ruling on the field, the quarterback was in the grass.
Oh,
It's
wow.
the second time they had in the grass tonight.
Absolutely. It's the same play as before.
And what they're saying, he's in the grass there, so they must have blown the whistle before. But to me, again, that's continual action.
Yeah, well, that one I'll buy is in the grasp. The first one was a very, I thought, dubious in the grasp. All right, now that we've all grasped that, second down and 13 at the 44-yard line.
Well, it's hard to sack a quarterback anymore and get a fumble.
That's
now.
right. It's harder and harder. Let's see if it happens here. No fumble that time, but it's Jamal Williams who just keeps penetrating.
Yeah, I was talking about what a motor he has, and most of these nose tackles are just run players. They just do that, and they don't get much pass rush. But he's not a great pass rusher, but he's a great pass pusher. I mean, he pushes and collapses the pocket straight up the middle. Look at Alan Faneca here. I mean, he just takes him and he just pushes him right into Ben Roethlisberger. That guy is a man, and he's playing like a man tonight.
And a half. Third down and 17 from the 40-yard line. Roethlisberger, they're going to set up a screen, and that's an awful looking screen because there's no blocking. And doesn't Veron Haynes know that? Just 6 blue shirts surround the 1 white shirt.
Bill Cowher saying, boy, we're running into a buzzsaw here in this second half. And this team is fired up, this San Diego Charger team. Whew. And this defense has been going after them all night. But this last series here, I think, was something special.
And again, the San Diego defense, in the past, you've had Drew Brees and LaDainian Tomlinson, and you thought about their offense and Antonio Gates. But as we say, coming into the game, they were #1 in defense, albeit the first 2 games were against Oakland and Tennessee. Nonetheless, they were #1. Gardaki's kick, fielded at the 24-yard line by Parker. Sean Moreeeee with the coverage there. So a big series for Jamal Williams, a big series for the San Diego defense. We have 1 minute and 40 seconds remaining in the third quarter at Qualcomm. San Diego leading Pittsburgh by 4.
As well as being a thirst-quenching soft drink,
Yes, that's right, Dave.
a Sprite is also a sort of goblin. This Sprite is not so refreshing at a festival. And it definitely hasn't got any taste.
Here we go. Right and left and right and right. Left and right and right and left.
Try new Sprite Z. Great Sprite taste, 0 added sugar.
Dream of better lives, the kind which never hate. Dropped in the state of imaginary grace.
You pick the phone, you fix the monthly bill, so you always know what's coming. You Fix from T-Mobile.
On Wednesday on NBC, it'll be Alec Baldwin, Tina Fey, and Tracy Morgan starring in 30 Rock. And then it's John Lithgow and Jeffrey Tambor in 20 good years. 2 comedy premieres this Wednesday, beginning at 8 Eastern and Pacific here on NBC. Michael Turner is the ball carrier. Larry Foote makes the tackle. It's a gain of 3 with a minute and a half to play in the third, and San Diego having erased a 10-0 deficit, leading 17-13. And a complete turnaround there. Look at the yardage in the first quarter, 99 to -2. And now in the third quarter, San Diego's outgained Pittsburgh by almost 100 yards in the period alone.
Yeah, and Marty Schottenheimer was telling Andrew at halftime, we have to get the running game going. But I think bigger than the running game is I think they got their offense going, and now they're going to be in a position where they can get anything going.
2nd and 7, Rivers over the middle. Tomlinson, Ladanian with a stiff arm there, but he's forced out of bounds by Porter. Joey stops him from getting the first down up at the 31-yard line. It'll be third and about 1.5 yards. Last 3 drives resulting in 17 points, an 80-yard drive, then a 42-yard drive, and then a 91-yard drive by the Chargers.
You know what impressed me about the Chargers is how they've handled all those blitzes of the Steelers. Look at the straight arm. There's Tomlinson's straight arm there, but he has to keep in bounds and get that first down.
3rd and 1.5 yards. They give it to the up back. This time it's Turner. It's close. They had Tomlinson swinging in motion. Turner took the ball, and you can see they get a nice spot right there because that's going to be a first down. It will also be the end of the third quarter. So we have played 3 here in San Diego. The score is the San Diego Chargers 17 and the Pittsburgh Steelers 13. And NBC Sunday Night Football continues after these messages from your local NBC station.
You're watching NASN, the North American Sports Network, a new and exciting sports channel dedicated to the best in live North American sports 24/7. On NASN, you can experience over 100 live NFL games this season, plus the playoffs and the Super Bowl live. Watch up to 175 regular season NHL games and live postseason, including the Stanley Cup Finals. Feel the excitement of live Major League Baseball with up to 260 regular season games and exclusive coverage of the World Series. NASN also brings you an exclusive lineup of college sports with live college football and basketball. And with a daily lineup of sports news, talk shows, highlights, and analysis, NASN is your channel for the very best in live North American sports. Visit NASN.com for scheduling news and information.
Well, Marty Schottenheimer, the coach for the San Diego Chargers, was once a longtime coach for the Browns. Right behind him, Bill Cowher was one of his assistants. Then Cowher went on to be assistant to Schottenheimer again in Kansas City. That, of course, all before Cowher went on to 15 years of excellence with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and now one of the winningest active coaches in the NFL. Let's get back out to San Diego.
Over the 50 to the 49-yard line, and a first down. Ladanian Tomlinson makes his 7th catch of the night, and that's good for 19 yards.
Yeah, and that's what's impressed me about this Charger offense is the Steeler defense has been throwing a lot of stuff on them. They've been blitzing, they've been doing everything, and they've handled it. Phillip Rivers has handled it. The offensive line has handled it. Tomlinson has handled it. This Charger offense is very, very steady in this second half.
Guard Mike Goff got out there to take care of Higgins. Al Michaels, John Madden, Andrea Kramer. 4th quarter here. Tomlinson, since he came into the league in 2001, leading all running backs in receptions, up to the minute 360 over these 5+ seasons. And that was a catch made by number 80, Malcolm Floyd, who earlier had the touchdown. The 6'5" first-year guy out of Wyoming for a gain of 9.
That's a ball. When you throw that slant, you can't leave the ball in the air very long. Rivers put the mustard on that one.
2nd down and 1. Think about it. Last week, they buttoned it up. The Chargers had the lead until there were 34 seconds left, and all they did was run, run, run. Now they have the lead tonight, and it's a completely different story. They've opened it up. We talked about would they at the open, and John said, hey, you know what? You can't just manage the game. Here's Neion for the first down on the 38-yard line. He's doing a lot more than managing it tonight, John.
No, I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. And I think that Marty Schottenheimer realizes that this is the NFL, this is pro football. The quarterback has to go out there and be a big part of the offense.
First and 10 for San Diego.
I want to go back to this Marcus McNeil again, this left tackle who for a rookie is outstanding tonight.
Swinging out to Tomlinson, and Tomlinson better cover it up. You're not sure at that point. It's right down the line whether it was forward or backward, and if it was forward, then it's an incomplete pass. If it's a backward pass, obviously, it's a live ball. It was a forward pass. Second down. Again, because of that division, all of a sudden the Ravens 4-0. Again, they play Denver tomorrow. They could go to 5-0. Cincy had an off week. They're 3-1. Pittsburgh would be 2 games back of Cincinnati, and Cincinnati would have already beaten them in their one head-to-head meeting thus far with 1 more to go. Pittsburgh, of course, still to play 2 against Baltimore down the line.
You know, and they've all used the word that they don't want to panic, but there is a sense of urgency.
Oh, yeah. Second and 10, and that pass is caught at the 24-yard line. Making the grab and picking up the first down there is Keenan McCardell in his 15th season at Nevada, Las Vegas.
You know, this is the defense that the Steelers use, where they just use 2 defensive linemen and linebackers, 6 defensive backs, and then they try and blitz and do a lot of things off it. But the Chargers handled the blitz, so now on that 3rd down thing there, I think they just rushed 2. I mean, they said, we're going to cover on this play, and Phillip Rivers still made the completion. They've tried everything against this guy. They've thrown everything at him, and he's handled it all.
On the 23-yard line, back to the ground to Turner. 5'10" and 237, played his college ball at Northern Illinois. Again, the backup to Tomlinson.
And that's not bad when you have a powerful guy like Turner, who's a slasher who can pound the ball in there, and then a guy like Tomlinson who can do all the other things, and you don't have to wear him out during the season, just pounding on him during these games.
Go ahead, John.
No, I was just going to say, now they have both of them. They just put Tomlinson in the slot and put Michael Turner at the running back.
And they give it to Turner, and Turner's going to break one over the right side and gets by Taylor to pick up the first down at the 13-yard line. A complete turnaround since the first quarter when it was 99 yards for Pittsburgh and -2 for San Diego. Now in the game, San Diego has outgained Pittsburgh by 47 yards.
Right, and they have him on the run. I mean, this is a counter play where Turner just steps to the left and comes back to the right, and they have the Steelers. You know, they're running on him when they're playing pass, and they're passing on him when they're playing run. And the Steeler defense isn't really playing aggressive Steeler defense.
There's Tomlinson on first down from the 12-yard line. Gain of 1, second down and 9 for San Diego.
Yeah, because it was what James Ferrier was saying. We're going to throw a lot of stuff at him. You know, a young quarterback. We're going to confuse him. You kind of thought that would probably happen. That hasn't happened. And of that battle of Steeler defense throwing a lot at Charger offense, the Charger offense has won that battle by handling it all.
Chargers with 37 passes and 22 runs. Go figure. Second and 9 from the 10. Blitz, they pick it up. Pass to the near side. Tomlinson is pulled out of bounds by Troy Polamalu.
Yeah, and that was when Tomlinson was in the slot. That's the other way that they can get him in the ball. We talked about Michael Turner being the back, and then they just put him in the slot, and he just runs it out. So that's the way to get him the ball in space quickly. You see, he was in the slot. He just comes right out here. The bad thing is for him is Polamalu came right with him. But with Tomlinson, there's a lot of different ways to get him the ball other than just handing it to him in the backfield.
Big play for the Pittsburgh defense here. Big, because this could turn into a 2-possession game with a touchdown. The field goal is still a 1-possession game. 3rd and 5, and they're trying to make it very much a 1-possession game. That's Larry Foote, who breaks through for the sack.
You know that in that situation, the Chargers have been handling all that stuff, but Dick LeBeau, when he gets him down there and he needs a pay, there's going to be a blitz. That time, and sometimes it's the outside linebackers, sometimes it's the inside linebackers. Here it's number 50, Larry Foote, straight up the middle. He and James Ferrier are both coming. That's one of their big blitzes where they bring the 2 inside guys from across the 2 inside guys.
33-yard field goal by Kading is good. And let me tell you something. They shot off the fireworks before that ball left his foot. The fireworks guy is lucky he just kept his job, thanks to Kading. 20-13.
I think every player has to find the things that help their game. I don't eat red meat, for example, while I play.
I have one motto. Don't do anything stupid.
Levi! I'm a Buddhist, so I meditate. Lately, I've been wearing my brother's clothes.
The other thing that I like to do is unpack my bag. Anytime I don't unpack my bag the night before a tournament, I'm always out the next day. I'm gone. It's a long walk.
One ritual I've done at the World Series only is I've never shaved.
Over the years, I've always done like crossword puzzles and stuff.
No drinking or partying the night before.
Sorry. I used to have a regiment. No, now I just get up, take my medication, and pray to God I play good that day.
No! Why do I get deserveless?
San Diego Harbor, beautiful night here in SoCal. Always coaching, always. Demonstrative.
That's an old special teams coach.
That's right.
Marty Schottenheimer, when he played, he was a special teams player and then started out as a special teams coach, as did Bill Cowher.
Kading's kick fielded at the 3. This is Najee Davenport. And the ex-Packer making his Steeler debut, a flag. You saw that come in. And about 96.3% of the time, that will be against the returning team. Just made that up, but you get the point.
I think you can say any high percentage and you can make it up, you'd be right.
Right.
No one's going to challenge you on it.
You see that flag come in on the run back.
During the return, holding. Receiving team number 81. 10-yard penalty. Pittsburgh keeps the ball. First down. Timeout.
Sean Moreeeee, 8:52 remaining in regulation. 7-point game. Ooh, boy.
October 8, and on this day in 2002, Croatian international Moreeeee Boban marked his departure from the game of football with 2 testimonial matches. The veteran midfielder, who also celebrates his birthday on this day, attracted a 40,000-strong crowd to Dinamo Zagreb Stadium in the Croatian capital. The first match of the evening was between Dinamo Zagreb, where Boban started his career in 1985, and AC Milan, where he gained international fame. Boban played one half for each side and scored twice for Milan, who beat Dinamo 3-1. The main event was a match between Croatia's 1998 team and a selection of former world players. The last highlight of the evening was the introduction of tennis star Goran Ivanisevic, who replaced Boban and scored the only Croatian goal in their 2-1 defeat to the World 11.
Hello?
Get Jason warming up.
Excuse me?
Come on, guys, quit playing games. Get Bobby up right now.
I think you might have the wrong number.
What? Who is this?
Who's this? Brother, you called me. You got the wrong number,
Hey,
okay?
I don't know what you guys doing.
Freak.
The road to the World Series is full of obstacles, but no one said it would be easy. Now, two teams face each other for a ticket to the Fall Classic, the American League Championship Series, Tuesday night, live on ESPN.